and welcome to the Hiredgun podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, y'all? So, Raw was great. Raw was great. We started off with Seth and his goons, and then uh, Paul Heyman came out. And when Paul Heyman came out, he looked rough. And Paul's done this before. And he's done this before. Like he plays the role to a T, right? Then we knew Rock was coming. Okay, I mean, like Rock was there. He gonna be there regardless. But like, if somebody put their hands on Paul, Rock finna show up. Regardless of what's happened in the past, yeah, if you put your hands on Paul, Brock finna show up. He showed up, and he beat the goons down. Which people have a problem with the whole goons and everything, but it doesn't phase me that much that they did that. And I was cool with it. And then listen, some of these goons got slung. You had to worry about their safety, dog. One that's like Rock don't be caring where he be throwing these people at, dog. Like he just don't. He just don't. So then Rock gets in the ring, and oh man. At first, I was like, all right, so we getting Seth versus Rock. Them lights dimmed, and I already knew who it was. Over. And if you thought Over was not getting a reaction or a big reaction, last night fooled everybody on that one. Boy, the crowd exploded. I mean, straight up exploded last night. All right, like you couldn't help but hear that. I mean, it got so much of a big reaction, not even close to what uh like anybody like Oba got the biggest reaction pop period. And Roman was there, Brock was there, CM Punk was there. It didn't matter. Over got the biggest reaction period. All right, period. So he gets in the ring, and none of this matters if Brock don't sell. Okay, not even before anything else. Brock has to sell over coming down to the ring, and Brock showed that bitch to a T. 72, 72, like because and Seth was smiling. Seth don't gotta be serious about it because the fact that Seth knew Over wasn't coming for him, right? So we didn't have to worry about Over destroying Seth. So like Seth just smiling about it and having a grin about it, it was perfect. Cause he knew Over was down at the challenge Brock. So great. I mean great. So then we get the stare down. And then Seth does his perfect thing. Okay? Seth goes towards Brock. He goes towards Brock. He doesn't go anywhere else. And then Brock goes to react to Seth. Seth bows out and gets out the fucking ring. Brock turns back and into a power bomb. And so I didn't see it at first. Not the power bomb. The power bomb I seen all that. I didn't see where you can hear uh, uh, Brock telling over, put your put your uh put your foot on me, put your foot on me. Now, back in the day, uh, Brock did that same situation with Drew, not with his foot, but like grab the title, you know, but you see it, you know, and then so this should shut up all the rumors that Brock wasn't willing to sell for over, you know, like this shit. But the power bomb was great. Michael Cole saying, "Holy shit," it was great. You know, because Michael Cole doesn't really uh, curse, but it was a good statement, great statement. Well, I think we start off like that, and especially, and then there's been rumors, not rumors. So apparently, WWE has hired people to watch the AEW product, just in case. And you can tell Raw was, and I understand where we're on the road to Mania, but it hasn't. So some people it hasn't felt that way. Last night it really, really did feel that way. Okay, but that that statement on its own was better than last week's Raw. Then we got listen. So let me be clear. I'm sad that Dom got hurt again, right? So Saturday, I had this feeling like something was gonna happen with Dom in his head. Alright, because he had a gush on his head. You can see it. You can see the gush on his head. So I had a feeling whatever they had planned for Dom wasn't gonna happen. Now I didn't know this going in. Alright, now Dom wasn't even there last night. Alright, so there's that. But the match we got was Penta versus Dragon Lee. Now listen. When this match happened, or what's gonna start happening, I what the wife? I was talking to the wife about something, and then I looked up and I seen Dragon Lee. Music hit. I was like, whoa. I talked to you about that later, and I had to watch this match because I'm pretty sure I said I wanted to see Penta versus Dragon Lee. I'm pretty sure I said that. I'm pretty sure that was one of the matches I said I wanted to see. But I also said that about Dragon Lee versus Carmelo Hayes. You know, and Dragon Lee versus Dragunov. Which can't happen right now. But like the last month, Dragon Lee has been putting on bangers. You know, now he had a banger in Triple A. I don't know if he won that match or not because he had a banger on the main event against Ron Evans. He lost. He had a banger against Gunther. He lost. And then he had a banger last night against Penta. He lost. But he's having bangers right now. But they can say he getting his foot in it, but he's having classics right now. Now, let's hope they sign him back. Let's hope that happens. But it's gonna be very, very, very hard to beat that match all this week. I know I got NXT tonight. I can't see them beating the match I just seen. I know I got AEW Wednesday. All right, I don't even see them beating that match. They can try. And I know I got SmackDown. All right. And TNA. I mean AEW. No, I mean TNA too on Thursday. And I don't see them touching that match. Now listen. I'm being biased because I'm a fan of Penta and I'm damn sure a fan of Dragon Lee. But but I can be wrong, and I would come out here and tell you something beat it. But as of right now, it's the best match period right now. For this week, that's match of the week right now. Good luck beating it. Good luck beating it. I knew Bailey. Once Bailey won last week, I knew she was losing this week because they wasn't taking the belt off of AJ that fast. And AJ got beat up last night afterwards by Bailey. You know, uh, yeah, Bailey. You know, so I knew that was happening. All right, but that was a good match. Yeah, I mean AJ did look rusty. You know, she. Oh, wait. Speaking of AJ Styles wasn't on the show, but Dragon Lee has added has added the style splash to his repertoire. You know, that was his tag team partner. So I'm sure he had AJ can use it. You know, which was good. Which was good. I enjoyed that to a T. So back to AJ Lee, she was there and she had a match against Becky. Not Becky. Yeah, I know who. All right. Um, Bailey. All right, and Becky came out afterwards. So yeah, all right, and we knew we was getting a rematch for the IC title. You know, like we knew that, but um, Bailey had a good match with AJ Lee. So it was a good match. Like I like this match better than I like the Triple A match because she went to Triple A over the weekend. She lost that match too. Sick of her losing. Sick of her losing. But that's just me. Hopefully, but her and Rakira are gonna be in the tag team match. So there's two matches, title matches. They're gonna be multi man, multi woman tag team. Matches. The the woman the women's tag team titles. They're gonna have more than two tag teams in it, and the men's IC title is rumored to have a multi-man match for that too, which is cool. So John Lee's probably be in that. We know Penta's gonna be in that. We know Javon Evans is gonna be in that. I don't think Dom or Finn's gonna be in that match. So we'll see who else they add on it. Now, one person who wasn't on this show was Gunther. Was Gunther wasn't on the show. Wasn't on the show. He wasn't on the show last week either. The last time he had a match was against Dragon Lee. So I don't know what's going on with that. Now, well, hold on. I can't say I don't know what's going on with that. I do know what's going on with that. Ray's hurt. Ray has cracked ribs. So uh, he got hurt when he fought. When he had his one-on-one match against Austin Theory, and he hasn't wrestled since. I haven't seen him since. Nah, have we heard him since? Yes, he's on commentary for different Triple A now. So that hasn't happened. And that was the plan. That was the plan. Like he was supposed to fight Ray. All right, that was the plan, and that's not going to happen now because maybe Ray can get better, but right now that's not happening. And Guns is not on TV, which is bad. Which is very very bad. You know, but um, I don't know what the plan. I don't know what the plan is going to be now since Ray's hurt, and maybe he can come back next week. Is that setting up? But I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna pan out. I don't. Like that was the plan. That was definitely the plan, and now it's not. All right, and Guthrie hasn't been on TV to start anything else. Donati and Matt Supreme. Oh, we gotta stop this. Now, am I happy Nadi got a win? Yes, yes, yes. Now, what happens after that? That's the question. What happens after? No clue. No clue. But Matt Supreme, they did this thing in the background where Austin Theory and Logan Paul were talking to her. And she was on the ground, just devastated because she lost. Right, right. So maybe something comes to that, and she turns heel. Now, what? Her turning heel, but not his heel, right? Or is not just a badass? So she's not really a heel. Are we saying that? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm not going to say that much on that topic because it, it's probably the worst thing on the show, probably. And I hate to say that. I really do hate to say that. Because I like Naughty, and I like oh man, Ryan funny. Oh man. Alright, so anywho. Alright, so after that match, we got something like that. Like, listen, be happy I talked about the Naughty and Jermaine Dupri match, right? Because like the nah, not talking about that Lucha match because there's no need to it, they're gonna wrestle again anyway, so that don't even matter. All right, let me get to CM Punk and Roman. So listen, what we gotta stop doing is complaining about certain things. All right, so now when I say this, the CM Punk and Roman statement was probably the weakest one out of all of them. Okay, so let me say that. But we can't say, oh, they need new material when we've been saying this material for years before this match even happened. All right, all right. So just because we've been saying this material, all right, and we've been saying this over and over again, don't mean when we hear them say it that we pick it apart, right? Right? That doesn't. You can't have that both ways here. Like you just can't. You can't say, oh, Roman's a part timer, right? Right? And all this other stuff, right? Right? And then when Roman says it, or when CM Punk says it, right? Hey, oh, come on, you do better than no, let him say it. Now, what I did like about statements, you know, if you got, and I've said this before, if you got Roman on the show, right, Don't just have him on one part of the show. Nah, do what you did last night. You have it in the beginning, so somewhere in the beginning, you have him somewhere in the middle, and then you have him at the end too. Like spread that shit out. Like get your money worth. Get your money worth of him being there. Not just him at the end. I like spread that shit out. Like create a story and the whole situation. Not just the end. And we got that last night. We got it in the beginning. We got it at the end. I mean, in the middle, and we got it at the end. You know, and that was good. Like, so this statement was pretty good, in my opinion. Now, they did say that the statement on what they were going to talk about changed because there was supposed to be uh, uh, um, a field, not field, a dog statement that got shifted. Now maybe they don't talk about that until next week, because Roman's back next week too. Now, hands were thrown by CM Punk because he got called old, but that's not why. Listen, lead, leading up, leading up to Punk hitting uh, Roman. It wasn't just him being called old that made him hit him. It's the stuff leading up to it, talking about AJ, talking about other stuff, and then calling him old. It just led into it. Now, I was saying like 3 weeks ago, hey, Roman can't hit him right now. Or 2 weeks ago, hey, he can't hit him right now. Hey, like we still got some time. Now, Punk has thrown the first blow. Now, Roman got to do something because now, talk about my daddy. I ain't put hands on you. Now I gotta hit you. All right, but it just shows you that as much as Punk saying that uh, as much as Punk is saying that he's already in his head, Roman's in your head, dog. He is. This don't work both ways here. It, this don't work both ways here. So like both things can be true. But good show, great show. I enjoyed the show. Not that many things I didn't like about this show. I can't make it a 10, but I can make it a good 8.5, almost a 9. Because there was certain things like the two matches. Yeah, they could have gave me something different, but I enjoyed the show. Like, we're getting it in. Now we still got to get some people on this card for WrestleMania. Still got to get um, LA Knight on this card. We still got to get Gunther on this card. They even hold on. Randy Orton made an appearance, not live, but there was video. He was supposed to do it all live, but not there. Michael Cole was supposed to do an interview with Randy Orton. Orton was on the phone. So, if you let this linger long enough, who he was talking to, don't get I think it's Kevin Owens, all right, but or it could be his daddy, but then you got people saying, oh, it's The Rock. See, you can't let this shit linger, all right, because if you let it linger, all right, people don't say it's Ted DiBiase or Vince. But so you can't let this linger because the internet is wild and crazy, and they say some stupid shit sometimes. All right, but like I said, I think it's Kevin Owens. I think it's Kevin Owens. All right, like, but it could be his daddy. Um, could be Sammy. Could be Sammy and in Orton. I mean, or Owens. You know. Now, something's wild that I've seen. Anybody in that picture? Now, I'm gonna take Brock out of the situation because Brock never turned. Brock, to turn on somebody, you got to be tight with somebody. To turn on somebody. All right, so I'm gonna take Brock out of this. Brock, but you gotta realize the people that helped Cody win his first championship have almost all turned on him. Cena, Orton, and Owens. You just missing Jay and Sammy now. Sammy and Jay are that's gonna happen soon. That's gonna happen soon, very soon. That's just crazy when I seen that shit. Like anybody in that photo has almost already turned on that man. You know, but hey, it is what it is. I talk more about that tomorrow, y'all. I'm in the show with that. Make sure you got like, subscribe, share. I don't even think I said this in the beginning, but make sure you got like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch E-Feds. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch New Breed. We should have some new stuff up. No, episode dropped last night. All right, we should have some more stuff coming up. Um, this is the Hiredgun podcast with your host, the Hiredgun. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out.